BSc degree if you are teaching? Like I
So
was
what?
talking to my, like they are asking me, why did you do degree BVSC if you have to
Hello,
teach?
sir.
Hello, am I audible?
Hello. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Now it's on.
Yeah. So my friends are asking ki if you did BVSC degree, you are vet. Why you are teaching?
Yes, sir.
And they're asking if you are teaching, why did you do degree?
Yes, sir. It's correct question.
Yeah, but it's difficult for me to explain this key what why I did degree because I got good people exposure in Bangalore. Okay, so
Yes.
वरिंदर प्रतिज्ञा आवाज आ रही है मेरी अच्छे से? Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
हाँ सर.
So we know endocrine gland produce hormones, correct? But hormones are also secreted by the structure that are not endocrine gland. This is very important. Ki hormone are also produced by the structure that are not endocrine gland. Example, this our atrial wall of heart, atrium, ventricle atrium. So this produces a peptide hormone, like again a protein hormone, known as ANF, anti-natriuretic factor. And we know this decrease our blood pressure. But most important is this is a hormone, but not produced from the endocrine gland. Understood? And you know from the excretory system, ANF decrease blood pressure. So whenever in our body, because of any situation, blood pressure increase, ANF will be secreted, blood vessel will dilate, and blood pressure will reduce. Okay. So in case of emergency, when blood pressure is high, you can give ENF. Okay. It's like as a doctor, even if you are working, you understood ki okay, person have very high BP. What you can do? You can give ANF injection also. Make sense? Next is juxtaglomerular cell of the kidney produce hormone erythropoietin. JG cell, juxtaglomerular apparatus, right? So erythro means RBC, poietin means formation. It helps in the RBC formation. That's why it stimulates erythropoiesis process. Okay. So first, atrium wall produce ANF, not endocrine gland. JG cell of kidney are not endocrine gland, but they produce erythropoietin and help in RBC. In this topic, we are talking about the structure that produce hormone, but they are not endocrine gland. Understood? So next, endocrine cells are present in the different part of GI tract also. There are four. First is gastrin. As the name suggests, it will increase the gastric secretion, act on the gastric gland, and stimulate the secretion of HCl and pepsinogen both. Remember, pepsinogen is the important thing here, along with HCl. वरिंदर, गैस्ट्रिक ग्लैंड कहाँ प्रेजेंट होती हैं? वरिंदर, गैस्ट्रिक ग्लैंड कहाँ प्रेजेंट होती है? वरिंदर, आवाज आ रही है मेरी?
Yes, sir.
गैस्ट्रिक ग्लैंड कहाँ प्रेजेंट होती है? Gastric means stomach. So gastric gland are present in stomach. Gastrin means a hormone that acts in stomach, and when this gastrin secreted in the stomach will produce HCl and pepsinogen. HCl break down our food, pepsinogen break down protein. Pepsin, break down our protein. Done. Second, second hormone is secretin. This secretin act on the exocrine part. Remember, we just finished endocrine part. Endocrine part of the pancreas produce two famous hormones. कौन-कौन से हैं प्रतिज्ञा? Two endocrine hormone by pancreas.
Insulin,
Insulin and
somatostatin,
glucagon.
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 somatostatin
But
भी तो होता है ना?
नहीं सोमेटोस्टेटिन बिल्कुल होता है, सोमेटोस्टेटिन भी होता है, ग्लूकागोन. These glucagon and insulin are very famous. Alpha, beta, delta cell produce somatostatin. है ना? So somatostatin is correct. But here we are talking about the exocrine part. Exocrine part that produce enzymes. So this secretin stimulate the secretion of water and bicarbonate ion. Secretion of water and bicarbonate ion. Because we have to digest the food. For this, we need bicarbonate ion, basic pH, and water. Third, cholecystokinin. Cholecystokinin. In this, it acts on both pancreas as well as gallbladder. Pancreas as well as gallbladder. And what it will help when it acts on the pancreas, it help in the secretion of pancreatic enzyme. By the way, pancreatic enzyme break everything. They break carbohydrate in our intestine, fat, protein, and nucleic acid. Everything is broken down by the pancreatic enzyme. And bile juice. Actually, gallbladder tube is known as cystic duct. That's why this name is cholecystokinin. Here, chole means related to the pancreas. Cysto means cystic duct of the uh, gallbladder. And kinin means chemical that increase secretion. Okay, so bile juice and pancreatic enzyme both are produced with the help of hormone CCK. Again, CCK. Last and very logical name, GIP, gastric inhibitory peptide. Gastric inhibitory peptide, as name suggests, gastrin will increase the secretion. Example, you are hungry, then gastrin secretion will be more and digestion will be fast. Once you had your food, तुमने खाना खा लिया. Now you want कि there should not be much HCl secretion. Then GIP will produce. Correct? Then GIP will produce. It inhibit gastric secretion and motility after your food. Okay. There are many known endocrine tissue that secrete hormone. An example is growth factor. So what could be the question asked from this? Ki name a known endocrine tissue that produce hormone, and option will be like insulin, glucagon, somatostatin, and growth factor, like this. Okay, so this is very important. This is non-endocrine tissue, but it secretes hormone. And why this growth factor are important? As the name suggests, normal growth of the tissue, right? Normal growth, normal repairing, normal regeneration. Understood? Mechanism of hormone action. Ki how hormone act in us. Chandana, enlist me all the major endocrine gland and their hormone.
Sir,
Enlist. all the endocrine gland and their hormones. First, hypothalamus. What are the famous hormones produced by hypothalamus?
So pituitary gland.
Huh? You didn't revise Sadhana this chapter, correct? Properly.
Yes, sir.
Barinder, what are the hormones produced by hypothalamus?
GnRH.
GnRH and
Hmm.
somatostatin
Hmm.
and vasopressin, ADH and oxytocin, correct?
Oxytocin. Yes.
Pratyagya, what are the hormones produced by the pituitary gland, anterior pituitary?
सर ऑक्सीटोसिन तो पिट्यूटरी से नहीं होता.
नहीं, वहां से रिलीज होता है. Produced by hypothalamus and secreted by pituitary.
Okay.
हाँ सर.
What are the hormones produced by anterior pituitary?
Growth hormone,
Growth hormone,
prolactin, thyroid
prolactin,
stimulating hormone,
thyroid stimulating hormone,
adrenocorticotropic hormone, lutein hormone,
adrenocorticotropic
follicle
hormone,
stimulating hormone.
LH
सर क्या?
and FSH. Total 6, correct? Other than that, this pars intermedia produce one hormone known as melanocyte stimulating and
सर प्रोलैक्टिन का कुछ
posterior.
और नेम भी होता है क्या?
नहीं, प्रोलैक्टिन का प्रोलैक्टिन नहीं होता, क्या हुआ?
नहीं, एक बार एसबीए में क्वेश्चन आया था.
हाँ,
हाँ, मतलब वो एंटीरियर पिट्यूटरी से मतलब कुछ और नाम लिखा था, याद नहीं मुझे अच्छे से.
कोई बात नहीं. सी, जितना एनसीईआरटी में लिखा दैट इज मोर देन इनफ. Posterior pituitary, remember, do not produce any hormone. No hormone is produced by this. But if you talk about release, only release, then it will be ADH and oxytocin. Okay. Fourth is pineal gland. Which hormone is produced by pineal gland, Chandana? Melatonin. Varinder, thyroid gland. Which hormone is produced by thyroid gland? T3, T4, and thyrocalcitonin. T4 is also known as thyroxine. Okay, thyroxine. Then sixth, parathyroid gland. Which hormone is produced, Pratigya? PTH, parathyroid
पायथाइरोड.
hormone. Increase calcium level in blood. Chandana, which hormone is produced by the thymus gland? Thymosin. Help to produce T lymphocyte. Varinder, which hormone is produced by the adrenal gland?
Fly hormone.
Adrenal gland, there are many hormones, so we'll consider into two parts. One is in medulla, second in cortex. Correct? Medulla and cortex. So medulla will produce what? Medulla will produce epinephrine or adrenaline and norepinephrine or noradrenaline. Okay. Cortex produce two hormone. glucocorticoid, cortisol, mineralocorticoid, aldosterone. Correct. Ninth, ninth is pancreas. तो ये तुमने ऑलरेडी बता दिया, ग्लूकागोन बाय अल्फा सेल, insulin from the beta cell,
beta cell.
and somatostatin from the delta cell, but not given in NCERT, so we will not focus. Then testis, Barinder, androgen or
Estrogen.
testosterone.
Testosterone.
11, ovary, Pratigya, which hormone? Estrogen and progesterone. Progesterone is produced by corpus luteum, right? Corpus luteum, and both hormone are steroid. Correct. Is it a good revision for whatever we did so far?
Yes, sir.
You should have this table. You have to make in with your hand. Ki, okay, hypothalamus, GnRH, somatostatin, like key keyword. GnRH increase LH, FSH, somatostatin inhibit GH, like this. Very short form, shortest. Last topic of this chapter: how this hormone act. We know all the hormone. We also know from this chapter that there were gastrin, there was CCK, there was secretin, and there is gastric inhibitory peptide. Gastrin increase HCl and pepsinogen. CCK, water and electrolyte, like especially bicarbonate. Secretin, no. Secretin help in this, guys. Sorry, my bad. Let's make it ulta. This is secretin. Cholecystokinin act on the pancreas as well as gallbladder. So it help in the release of pancreas enzyme and bile juice. And GIP, it decrease HCl production. Right? There were growth factor produced by GIT. Correct? Other than that, you know, atrial wall of heart produce ANF, and juxtaglomerular cell produce erythropoietin. Sorry, and all. Correct. So this was the summary what we did so far. Now last topic, hormone. We know hormone act on the target tissue. They bind with the specific protein, and these specific protein are known as hormone receptor. And these hormone receptors are located only in the target tissue. They are present only in the target tissue. This hormone receptor can be present on the cell membrane of the target cell. Such are known as membrane-bound receptor, a receptor that is present in membrane. Or if it is present inside the target cell, it is known as intracellular receptor, a receptor inside the cell. So two receptors inside the cell or on the cell membrane. Cell membrane, it is membrane bound. Inside the cell is intracellular. And in the intracellular, it is mostly nuclear receptor. Okay, present inside the nucleus. When this bind with the hormone, receptor bind with the hormone, there will be complex formation. Hormone receptor complex. This point is very important and we can't miss this. Receptor is very specific to one hormone only. See, if you have growth hormone receptor, so this growth hormone receptor will bind only with growth hormone, no one else. Very, very specific. Very specific. Okay, very important, and this is very important NEET statement. Okay, once these hormone react with the uh, receptor and form the complex, there will be some change in the tissue because that's why hormone is there. Hormone want to do some function, and when it is doing function in the target tissue, it will cause some kind of target tissue metabolism changes, means chemical reaction. Okay, and then there will be physiological function, some action. Example, maybe when insulin act inside the cell, it will help in the absorption of more glucose inside the cell. So this is the physiological function. That's why, based on their chemical nature, what is the chemical nature of the hormone? Hormone are classified into different groups. If it is peptide, polypeptide, or protein, don't need to remember. Okay, just focus on the steroid hormone, all the reproductive hormone, and cortisol. Reproductive hormone and cortisol. Iodine, we know thyroxine, T3, T4, thyroid hormone. Amino acid derivative, very small structure like adrenaline. Another name of this epinephrine is adrenaline. So this will act fast, that's why it is present. When hormone interact with the membrane bound structure, logically they do not enter inside the cell, correct? But they will produce another chemical known as secondary messenger because they are not going inside the cell. Example, somebody come to your house and this is unknown person asking for your father or mother. Okay, then you open the door. If he or she asks you, okay, can you call your father or mother? What will you do? Now you are secondary messenger. You are second messenger. You will go to your room and will tell any of your parents if somebody came. So you want to meet him or not, right? That's how things work. So you are second messenger. Person is not entering in your house. They are present on the boundary surface, and then they send signal to you. Now, this signal could be you or your brother or your sister or mother. There are different varieties. Same here. Second messenger could be different type. Cyclic AMP, IP3 or calcium. What will happen? Once you get the second, you are second messenger, you pass the information, it will regulate how further mechanism will work. Correct? Second is intracellular. Example of intracellular are important. Steroid is no doubt we know, but Iodothyronine is also important. You will miss this. Remember this. Along with the steroid, iodothyronine are also the hormone that act on the surface. Intracellular receptor. Intracellular receptor. Okay. And what is their role? Because they are entering inside the cell, like inside your house directly. So what will happen? They will regulate gene expression directly because they are your close relative probably only then they can enter. So sometimes they influence your family decision also, how you will work, how you will express gene expression or chromosome function. They control this also. Why? Because they form strong bond with your family, your mother, father, correct? And again it result to the sum of the function. Remember, FSH, though it look like reproductive hormone, but remember it is always pituitary hormone. Pituitary hormone act or combine with the receptor in the ovarian cell membrane, and there will be some response. This response help to produce secondary messenger. Like this secondary messenger could be cyclic AMP or calcium. Then there will be some biochemical response and physiological response of the FSH will be ovary growth. You know, FSH help to grow follicles. FSH help to grow follicles. Second, estrogen. Estrogen is a steroid hormone, so it will directly enter inside the cell. Okay. directly entering inside the cell. That's why inside the uterine cell membrane. When this estrogen acts inside the uterus, it will form complex hormone receptor complex inside the nucleus. Where it is interacting, it is reacting with the genome. It is interacting with the genome. Example, it is interacting with the genome means DNA. DNA will form mRNA. mRNA form protein. And this protein is responsible for some function. What are the function? Function of estrogen is the tissue growth of the reproductive part and differentiation of the tissue. So this is for the steroid hormone, intracellular receptor. And protein hormone are membrane bound receptor. Protein hormone react with the membrane bound, steroid intracellular. Guys, tell me any doubt?
No, sir.
Chandana, Pratigya.
No.
Okay. Pratigya,
हाँ सर
okay. My voice break हो रही है. So there are special chemicals which act as hormone, provide chemical coordination, integration, and regulation in human body. What is the role of these hormones? These hormones have multiple functions. They regulate our basal metabolism, like thyroid hormone, growth, like growth hormone, and development of our organ-specific hormone. Okay, these are produced either by endocrine gland or some other cell. We know the name of all the endocrine system, correct? Other than that, there is GIT, though it is not so important. GIT, kidney and heart can also produce hormones. Pituitary gland have three major parts: pars distalis, intermediate, and nervosa. Distalis produce six trophic hormone: growth hormone, ACTH, prolactin, LH, FSH, like this. Intermediate produce only one hormone, MSH. Intermediate produce only one hormone, MSH, melanocyte stimulating hormone. And pars nervosa secrete two hormone. Remember, it is not saying ki it produce, it secrete. It secretes. So pars nervosa secrete two hormones. Okay. So pituitary hormone regulate growth development of almost every tissue. Correct? Every tissue. That's why this statement is important. Ki somatic tissue means other than the reproductive organ, they control almost everything, even including reproductive organ, because LS happens. Other than that, they control peripheral endocrine gland. Other than the brain, whichever gland present in our system is the peripheral endocrine gland. Okay, and the function of pineal gland. It produces melatonin. It plays important role in the diurnal rhythm. Diurnal word is important given in normal chapter also. Means day-night rhythm. It controls. Okay, it controls sleep, wake cycle, body temperature, and everything. This is important. Thyroid hormone. I will color with a different color. This thyroid hormone is important for the development and maturation of CNS also. This is not given in the normal part. This is important for the menstrual cycle also because deficiency of iodine can affect the menstrual cycle. It means it affects menstrual cycle directly. Correct? Erythropoiesis is already given in the normal paragraph. So these words are important, whatever we are marking here. Correct? This is here directly given कि thyrocalcitonin regulate calcium level how? By decreasing it. PTH increase blood calcium level and maintain homeostasis. Okay, maintain homeostasis. My voice is audible for you guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So PTH plays this role. Thymus secrete thymosin differentiation of T lymphocyte cell mediated immunity. It help in the increase in the antibody production in humoral. Then adrenal gland, medulla and cortex is there. I'm just looking for the any special word which we haven't read in the normal chapter. We know medulla produces two famous hormones, adrenaline, epinephrine, noradrenaline or norepinephrine. And they are emergency hormone, fight and flight hormone. They increase our alertness, pupillary dilation, piloerection, sweating, heartbeat, respiration, and these things are important though it is already given. Glycogenolysis, glycogen breakdown, lipolysis, lipid breakdown, proteolysis, protein breakdown. Okay. Cortex produce adrenal cortex made up of three parts: GFR, glomerulosa, fasciculata, and reticulata. Right? Zona fasciculata, zona glomerulosa, zona reticulata. So they produce two hormones, glucocorticoid cortisol, mineralocorticoid aldosterone. Right? Glucocorticoid means we are talking about cortisol. All these things are already given there, but this is also important, though you can correlate. They increase GFR. Cortisol affect the GFR and inhibit the inflammatory response by suppressing the immune system. Aldosterone, they regulate water and electrolyte, secrete glucagon and insulin, pancreas. Mm, We know pancreas is a heterocrine gland, have both exocrine part and endocrine part. Exocrine part produce enzyme and endocrine part produce hormone. So endocrine part is alpha cell produce glucagon, increase glucose level. Beta cell produce insulin, decrease glucose level. Okay. And you know insulin deficiency or this word is really important. Along with the insulin deficiency, sometimes insulin resistance is also important. That can lead to the diabetes mellitus. You know, diabetes insipidus is caused by Patigya. Diabetes insipidus is caused by
सर याद नहीं।
deficiency of ADH hormone cause diabetes insipidus.
सर
Testis
मतलब दूसरा
produce.
तरीका है तो उसमें कंफ्यूज हो जाती हूँ थोड़ा, मतलब याद नहीं रहता ढंग से।
इसका मतलब lack of revision है. You are reading but you are not revising multiple times. Am I right?
नहीं मतलब जब भी मतलब कम से कम 2 साल से यही हो रहा है।
नहीं फिर रिवाइज नहीं कर रही हो ना,
नहीं
बिकॉज देखो मेलिटस इज द मोस्ट फेमस। व्हेन वी से ना कि इसको शुगर हो गया है, लाइक पर्सन इज हैविंग डायबिटीज, तो वो डायबिटीज मेलिटस ही होती है, राइट? तो डायबिटीज मेलिटस मींस रिलेटेड विद द इंसुलिन, तो एक ही बच गया, इंसिपिडस रिलेटेड विद द एडीएच। बताओ, मेक सेंस?
हाँ, ध्यान में तो आ
यस।
गया अभी।
वन important thing given in this, testes produce androgen. Androgen have many functions. All are given in the NCERT key: development of the sex organ, secondary sex characters, spermatogenesis, male behavior, anabolic pathway. But what is not given there? Erythropoiesis. Erythropoiesis. Okay, erythropoiesis is the one RBC formation occur here. Correct? Ovary secrete these two hormone, estrogen help in the sex organs, sex character, progesterone, maintenance of pregnancy, regular development and lactation. This word is important. Progesterone, we know it help in the maintenance of pregnancy, mammary gland, but lactation is not there. Okay. ANF decrease blood pressure, kidney erythropoietin increase RBC formation, GIT, gastrinol, and hormone regulate secretion of digestive harmonic digestion. Okay, done. Well. Tell me. Through this paragraph, we got to know that testes are also responsible for RBC formation. Okay. Progesterone is also responsible for the lactation. Cortisol is maintaining GFR. Okay. And what else? Any special word we have seen here? Thyroid gland ma- help in the development of the CNS, central nervous system, and menstrual cycle. Correct? So sometimes you get this kind of thing when you read about the chapter. Now our full chapter is thoroughly done. Each and every word, each and every diagram. Tell me anything we missed from this chapter. Okay, never read how many comma, dot, and are there. Example this. Barinder, T4,
Thyroid gland.
thyroid gland, thyroxine. Uh, Chandana, PTH,
Parathyroid.
parathyroid hormone. Parathyroid gland produce PTH. Uh, Pratigya, GnRH,
Hypothalamus.
hypothalamus produce this and increase LH-FSH production. And Barinder, LH,
Pituitary.
pituitary gland produce LH, FSH, and four other hormone, total six. Next, Chandana, diabetes mellitus is caused by deficiency of which hormone?
Insulin.
Insulin. Barinder, goiter is because of the deficiency of
Iodine.
iodine. And this Pratigya, keratinism is because of thyroid hormone, overall
Thyroid hormone.
thyroxine or thyroid hormone. Barinder, hyperglycemic hormone, glucagon. Hypo,
Insulin.
insulin. Chandana, hypercalcemic hormone, PTH. Pratigya, gonadotropin hormone, LH and FSH.
FSH.
Uh, progest, progestational hormone, Barinder,
Yes, sir.
progesterone. Progestational means that increase maintain pregnancy. Chandana, hormone that decrease blood pressure. Chandana, decrease blood pressure. ANF. Example of androgen, Pratigya,
Testosterone.
testosterone. Barinder, estrogen example.
Ovary.
Arre, example of
Oh, sorry.
estrogen, estradiol, the type of estrogen. Uh, Note the function of the parathyroid hormone, Chandana. increase calcium level in blood by different method. Particular thyroid hormone function,
Regulation
additional,
of BMR
uh,
and process of red blood cell, formation of
uh,
red blood cell, and
uh,
metabolism and carbohydrate, protein, fat को control करता है,
uh,
and electrolyte balance.
uh, है ना, CNS को कंट्रोल करता है,
हाँ
मेंस्ट्रुअल साइकिल को कंट्रोल करता है, करेक्ट?
हाँ सर
हाँ,
सर हम जब थायराइड टेस्ट करते हैं मतलब T4 इज द मतलब थायरॉक्सिन हार्मोन मेन हार्मोन T4 ना
हाँ, T4 मीन थायरोक्सिन hormone.
अगर T4 पॉजिटिव आए तो हमें थायराइड है
थायराइड तो हमेशा होता ही है, बट ये है कि हम तो ये देखना चाहते हैं ना, इज देयर हाई लेवल ऑफ थायराइड और लेस लेवल ऑफ
सर वो कैसे होता है
थायराइड. अमाउंट पता करनी है हमें, लाइक वी टेक ब्लड टेस्ट, ब्लड सैंपल, and then we measure amount of thyroxine. If it is in the normal range, so everything is normal. If it is more hyperthyroidism, less hypothyroidism.
सर ये ज्यादातर मोटे लोगों को होता है क्या
मोटे लोगों में T3 मतलब हाइपोथायरॉयडिज्म ज्यादा होता
अच्छा
है, चांस.
तो ये मतलब आगे जाकर कुछ मतलब
मेडिकेशन लेनी
लीथल
पड़ती है, अफेक्ट तो करते हैं, बिकॉज थायराइड हार्मोन मीन्स कंप्लीट बॉडी मेटाबॉलिज्म. इफ योर थायराइड हार्मोन इज नॉट नॉर्मल,
लीथल
योर
नहीं है
बॉडी कैन नॉट बी नॉर्मल. क्या?
लीथल नहीं है ये
लीथल तो डायरेक्ट नहीं है, बट इट डैमेज आवर सिस्टम इन लॉन्ग रन, सो indirectly it is lethal.
हम्म ओके
Indirectly it is. So you should take proper medication and proper diet, proper exercise to make your thyroid normal. Because if thyroid is normal, your all body chemical reaction is normal. Just imagine. So important it is. Thymosin, proliferation of T lymphocyte and immune system management. Androgen, maintain sex organ, sexual character, uh, sexual behavior, and what else? Anabolic effect, right? And erythropoiesis RBC formation. Okay. So more you write about what are the topic given in the exemplar, it will be really helpful. Like hypothalamic, hypothalamic hormone, mostly pituitary gland, TSH, thyroid gland, corticotropic hormone, adrenal gland, LSFSH, gonads, testes or ovary, melanotropin hormone, MSH. They are acting on the melanocyte skin. It act on the skin. And hormone secretary we already discussed, so you should write all the name. That's why it is really good revision of what you read if you solve all the question given in the exemplar. Define what is exocrine gland, have duct, produce usually enzyme. Endocrine ductless, usually produce hormone. Hormone, non-nutrient part, produce in the trace amount, and they are secondary messenger like this. More you write, more clarity you will have. Correct? Tell me, we did each and every stuff from this chapter. Anything left? Guys, anything left from our chapter?
No, sir.
Yes. So now solve more number of questions from this. You will be more confident. Let's see some question and then chemical integration. See this. Yesterday we did not solve all the question. Heart, ANF, kidney, erythropoietin, juxtaglomerular cell, GIT, secretin, adrenal cortex, aldosterone, right? Yeah. See, this was 25 question, guys. All these are so many questions you have from 25. See this medullary gland, epinephrine, no epinephrine, vasoconstriction, no, pupillary dilation. This is correct. This is correct. This is correct. Correct. So I think you should solve all those questions and then let me know if you have doubt in anything. Because more question you solve, more clarity you will get how. Okay. So I'm giving you more time in next 1 hour because I'll take class exactly at 12 today and I'll finish redox chapter. You finish this question. Okay, how many questions are there? There are 102 questions. You have to finish all. If anything is out of syllabus, don't worry. Just leave it or just read, answer, and move. But finish all the 102 questions in next 1 hour. Okay. Before starting the class of chemistry, I will ask question from this. And if you are not able to answer, I will remove from the meeting. Remember this for all three of you. You have 1.5 hours. 102 questions. Every question will be like, sir, this answer is this. 102 questions. Full chapter will be done. Anything you feel face problem, you can ask before the class. Like I'll start the class, I'll ask you, do you have any question? If you don't have any question, then I will ask question. And if even one question is wrong, then you will be out of the class. And then we'll start redox reaction and we will complete redox reaction. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ?
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು sir.
Very good. Parinder, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ?
I too, sir.
प्रतिज्ञा?
हाँ सर,
हाँ नहीं से आए तू.
आंटू
हाँ आए तू.
हंसी आ
Okay,
रही
so
है।
हंसी नहीं आ रही है. आए तू मतलब समझ में आ गया. Understood?
हाँ समझ में आ गया।
हाँ. Okay, so finish all these questions right now. क्योंकि हमने we finished each and every part of this chapter. We didn't skip anything. Not even summary or exemplar. Okay, so finish this. I think there are some exemplar also. Discard this. See, NCERT exemplar. 11th class biology, chemical integration like this. We already did this. So what is the answer of first question? Pineal 2, thyroid gland, tetraiodothyronine 4. Correct? 2, 4. Ovary estrogen, C3, and D, one, adrenal medulla, epinephrine. Done. Tell me next, guys. Chandana, which of the following hormone not secreted by anterior pituitary? Oxytocin, right? Oxytocin is produced by hypothalamus and secreted by posterior pituitary. Question number 3. Mary is about to face an interview, but in first 5 minutes before the interview, she experienced all this stuff. What could be the reason? Pratigya. Adrenaline and noradrenaline, emergency hormone, fight and flight hormone. Brinder. Steroid hormone responsible for water and electrolyte balance. Brinder.
Yes, sir.
आवाज आ रही?
Yes.
Fourth answer. Aldosterone,
Mm.
because melatonin, insulin and testosterone. Melatonin and insulin are protein hormone. Testosterone is not directly involved in the water electrolyte balance, but aldosterone is. Next. Chandana, thymosin is responsible for.
Differentiation of T lymphocyte.
Exactly. Pratigya, one of the secondary messenger, which one is this? Sixth A. Cyclic AMP, IP3, calcium. These three are given in NCERT. Lady cell produce a hormone called.
Androgen.
Yes, androgen. Corpus luteum secrete a hormone, Chandana. Pratigya, you
Progesterone.
get ready. Progesterone. Pratigya, cortisol secreted by adrenal gland. Hormone which is responsible for normal sleep-wake cycle. Marinder, melatonin.
Melatonin.
Next, hormone chemical signals stimulate target tissue, depend upon the presence of receptor. Which of the following correct location of the receptor in the case of protein hormone? Plasma membrane for protein hormone, nucleus for steroid hormone. Next, Pratigya, epinephrine, increase heartbeat. Testosterone, stimulate muscle growth. Glucagon, break down glycogen into glucose. ANF, decrease BP. Marinder, which of the following organ in mammal does not consist of central in calcium balance in human body? हाँ याद है. हाँ हाँ मित्र. यार फोन नहीं था मेरा शायद तो लेट उठे करता होगा तो म- बात नहीं हुई जो नहीं करा तो फिर कल तक मैं कर दूंगा. हाँ तेरा टीम को नहीं तो फिर कुकर करागा. हाँ तेने तो कहा था फिर मैं तो हाँ, तो फिर जे तेरा तो हो तो दे दे मैं तेरा तो ऑनलाइन कर दूँ. हाँ हाँ ठीक है मैं करूँ बात. ठीक है मैं वो बात करके मतलब उसने फोन उठा दे बात होने में तेरे फोन करूंगा चाहिए मैंने फोन को नहीं करा. ठीक. Yes, guys. Which of the following is not involved in the calcium metabolism? Thymosin. Vitamin D is involved. PTS, thyrocalcitonin is involved. Thymosin is not. Correct. Chandana. Organ of mammal does not consist of central medullary region surround the cortical region. Ovary have medulla and cortex. Adrenal have medulla and cortex. Kidney have medulla and cortex. Liver does not have medulla and cortex. Understood?
Yes.
Which of the following condition is not linked with the deficiency of thyroid hormone? Cretinism, goiter, exophthalmia, and myxedema. Deficiency of thyroid hormone. Exophthalmia, because it is excess of thyroid hormone, not deficiency. Excess. Understood, guys? Everything is done. Every single thing is done. Okay. So be ready for the test and prepare well.
Okay, sir.
Okay. And see you at 12. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much.
Bye, sir.